In this video, we explain how the dbarchive utility can be used to export task reports for use with output management solutions. As opposed to the archive mode that's used to archive data, this is called the report mode. To use the report mode, there's a value in the UC client settings variable called XRO_reports that needs to be enabled. Doing so activates the reports database, which stores report-specific data. Once this is done, we'll be able to do a number of things with dbarchive with additional options. For example, we can generate the list of reports that have not been archived. We can also output individual physical reports for specific run IDs, again, as long as they haven't been archived. Finally, we can mark individual reports for specific run IDs as archived so that they're not included in the outputs. We've discussed the archive mode of the utility in other videos. In this video, we address the output mode specifically. This mode allows us to output report-based data. The data is properly formatted so that it can be integrated with output management systems. This involves enabling the reports database. We do so with the XRO reports key in UC client settings. The options needed for the report mode are -X with one of the three extensions, list to list the reports, unload to export a specific report, and mark to mark a report as archived. The -R option is required for the run ID for unload and mark, since these commands only apply to individual task executions. The -O option is the output path and file name. Finally, there are two options, -Y and -T, which allow us to apply certain filters, like status and report type. These last two are optional. We have provided examples, which we will show in the demo. In the first example, we're listing all of the unarchived reports for client 100 and outputting to a file called reportlist.csv. In the second, we're exporting the report for run ID 1234567 in client 200. You'll notice that the text string REP gets appended to the file name. Finally, in the last, we mark a report as archived. We set up a tiny client 400 specifically for this demo. This client has two jobs. We're going to execute these jobs and generate reports. We'll show how the -X list option does nothing until we enable the reports database. In the upper terminal window, we're in the utilities bin directory, so we have access to UC BDB-AR. In the bottom, we're in the directory used by default for all of our reports. We execute the utility with the XList option. The execution produces an exit code 0, showing it completed successfully. However, the reports database isn't enabled. If we look at the output, we see nothing. We head back to AWI and enable the database. Then we repeat the process. We have an output file resulting from the XList option with our two execution reports. We're going to export a report using the -R option, which allows us to enter a run ID. The REP text string has been appended to the given report name. Let's open it. This is the physical report associated with this run ID. Finally, we can use the utility to mark a report as archived so it cannot be output. In this case, the utility reorganizes the XRO database.